You see that?
My name is Lorri Acott, and I'm a sculptor. I live in Red Feather Lakes, Colorado, with my husband, Adam Schultz, and we together own a company called Dream Big Sculpture. I am compelled, and I think I have been for about the last 20 years, to work through my emotions and my life experiences and my thoughts all through paper clay. And the most amazing thing for me has been that paper clay actually speaks back to me in a way. I'm informed by my own work. Oftentimes after I've done a piece, I spend a lot of time looking at it, and I begin to realize that I have new information that comes to me through my sculpture, maybe a new perspective, or maybe in a more hopeful way. The sculpture that was accepted into this exhibition is called Missing Pieces. I decided when my dad was ill with Alzheimer's disease that I would work through some of my grief around that. I knew that I would need to process this through clay because this is the way that I process a lot of things in my life. One day when we were visiting, he thought that he needed a straw to eat his food and not a fork. And he was so confused when I told him, "No, Dad, you need a fork to do that." And I remember looking at him and thinking that he had all these brilliant thoughts that were just falling out of his brain. They were like little gold blocks, and then they would land in his hands, and he looked at them. He knew he was confused, but he didn't know why. And they just continued to fall to his feet and just piled up. And so that's what I had in my heart as I started this sculpture. When I sculpt, I often work through ideas many times. I did this sculpture 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different times, and every one I would do would be new, and every one I would do, I would look at the previous sculpture and see what was right about it and what didn't work for me. And mostly it was about an emotional response to it, like, did that bend over like my dad was bending over at that time? That's part of my process as I work. I do things over and over and over again before I finally come to the one that says what I know it needs to say. And the only way I know that is because of the way I feel. I'm so grateful that I have found this medium that has allowed me to have a voice in a way that's uniquely mine, and that maybe through that I can create work that really makes a difference here on the planet.